Good morning, my beautiful friends. Have you been waking up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. and wondering why your body just won't let you sleep through the night? First, I want you to know that you're not alone. So many of us in our golden years experience these early morning wake-ups, and I understand how frustrating it can be to watch those digital clock numbers when all you want is to drift back to dreamland. But what if I told you that these wake-ups aren't just random inconveniences? What if your body is actually trying to communicate something important to you? That's right. These early hours might hold a message about your health, your emotions, and even your future well-being. The ancient Chinese understood this, and today, modern science is catching up. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Point 1. Accept wakefulness. Let's start with the most important shift you need to make when you wake up between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. Stop fighting it. I know exactly what happens. You open your eyes, glance at the clock, and immediately feel that wave of frustration. Not again, you think, as you pull the covers tighter and begin the mental math. If I fall asleep right now, I can still get 3 more hours. Okay, now it's 2.5. Now just 2. This struggle against wakefulness is actually the worst thing you can do. When you fight against being awake, your body responds by releasing cortisol. Yes, that same stress hormone that makes your heart beat faster and your mind race. The very act of trying to force sleep is what makes sleep impossible. Instead, I want you to try something that might feel counterintuitive at first. When you wake up, rather than tossing and turning, sit up in bed. Take a moment to acknowledge that you're awake. Then, take 3 slow, deep breaths. In through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 2, and out through your mouth for a count of 6. Feel how this simple act begins to calm your nervous system. Next, do a quick body scan. Is your pillow uncomfortable? Has your bedroom become too warm or too cold? Are your sheets twisted around your legs? These small discomforts can wake us up without us even realizing it. Make the adjustments you need to feel comfortable again. But here's where the magic happens. Instead of seeing this time as a problem, what if you viewed it as a gift? Did you know that some of history's greatest minds like Benjamin Franklin and Leonardo da Vinci actually embraced these early morning hours for their clarity and stillness? They recognized what science now confirms. Our minds often have unique clarity in these pre-dawn hours. Keep a small notebook and pen by your bed. When you wake up, jot down any thoughts, ideas, or even dreams that come to mind. You might be surprised at the insights that arrive when the rest of the world is silent. Many of my friends have told me that solutions to problems they'd been struggling with for weeks suddenly became clear during these quiet moments. Remember, fighting against wakefulness creates tension. Accepting it creates opportunity. This simple shift in perspective might be all you need to transform your relationship with those early morning hours. Point 2. Proper hydration techniques. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Many of those 3 a.m. wake-ups are actually your body's way of telling you it's dehydrated. Yes, dehydration can wake you up from a sound sleep. You might not feel thirsty in the traditional sense, but your body is sending distress signals nonetheless. Do you ever wake up with a dry mouth? Do your legs feel restless or achy? Do you sometimes have a dull headache or feel unusually warm? These are all classic signs that your body needs water. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at retaining hydration, and many of us take medications that can further dehydrate us. It's a double challenge that most sleep advice completely overlooks. But here's where most people go wrong. They grab a glass of ice-cold water from the bedside table, thinking it will help. In reality, cold water can actually shock your system and make your body work harder to warm it up. That extra work isn't what you want when you're trying to ease back into sleep. Instead, keep room temperature water by your bed. Even better, try adding just a few drops of fresh lemon juice or a tiny pinch of natural sea salt. This might sound odd, but there's solid science behind it. While you sleep, your body loses essential minerals through respiration and perspiration. That pinch of sea salt helps replenish electrolytes, making it easier for your cells to actually absorb the water you're drinking. The lemon juice serves another purpose. It helps with gentle detoxification and supports your digestion, which often slows down during sleep. This combination creates what I call cellular hydration, rather than just drinking water that passes right through you. For those of you who tend to wake up feeling anxious or with your mind racing, I recommend keeping a small thermos of chamomile tea by your bed. Chamomile contains natural compounds that calm your nervous system and make it easier to drift back to sleep. I've had many friends tell me that this simple change has transformed their sleep quality completely. Remember, hydration isn't just for daytime. It's a 24-hour need. Your body works hard while you sleep, repairing tissues, processing memories, and detoxifying systems. Giving it the right hydration support can make all the difference between fragmented sleep and deep, restorative rest. Point 3. Emotional assessment. Now I want to share something truly fascinating about those 3 to 5 a.m. wake-ups that most Western doctors never mention. In traditional Chinese medicine, these early morning hours are associated with the lungs, and the lungs are connected to emotions like grief, sadness, and unresolved stress. This isn't just ancient wisdom. Modern research is finding connections between our emotional state and sleep patterns too. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up in those early hours, your mind often goes straight to worries or concerns? Perhaps thoughts about your health, your loved ones, or regrets from the past suddenly feel more intense. This isn't a coincidence. When the rational, busy part of your brain quiets down during sleep, deeper emotions have space to surface. Instead of pushing these feelings away, which is our natural tendency, I want you to try acknowledging them. When you wake up feeling unsettled, take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask gently, what's on my mind right now? Am I holding on to something that needs attention? Here's a simple but powerful practice I recommend. Keep a small notebook by your bed, and when you wake up, write down the first 3 thoughts or feelings that come to mind. Don't judge them or try to make them sound important. Just write exactly what appears. It might be worried about my doctor's appointment, or something as simple as feel cold, or as complex as missing my sister who passed. After writing these down, close your eyes and take 5 slow, deep breaths. With each exhale, imagine releasing what no longer serves you. You might even silently say to yourself, I release what weighs on my heart. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. Studies show that writing down worries actually helps your brain process them, reducing their emotional charge. For those persistent concerns that truly need attention, try this approach. Say to yourself, I'll address this tomorrow when I'm rested and clear-headed. This simple promise tells your brain it's okay to let go for now. You're not dismissing the concern. You're just postponing it to a more effective time. Many of my friends have told me that once they started working with their emotions this way, they not only began sleeping better, but also gained valuable insights about themselves. Those middle-of-the-night thoughts weren't random interruptions. They were messengers pointing to areas of life that needed attention and care. Point 4. Gentle movement for tension release. Let's talk about something that might sound contradictory at first: movement as a path back to sleep. If you've been lying in bed for more than 15 minutes, tossing and turning, your body is trying to tell you something important. It needs to move. But here's the key most people miss. Not all movement is created equal when it comes to nighttime wakings. Many sleep experts will tell you to get out of bed if you can't sleep, but they rarely explain exactly what to do next. Should you pace around? Turn on lights and read? The wrong kind of movement can actually wake you up more, making it even harder to fall back asleep. What your body truly needs in these moments is gentle, intentional movement that releases tension without energizing you. Think of it this way. After lying still for hours, your muscles naturally tighten, circulation slows down, and tension can build up in your shoulders, back, and hips. This physical tension then reinforces your mental wakefulness in a frustrating cycle. I've developed what I call the 1-minute sleep reset, a simple sequence you can do right in bed or sitting on its edge. Start with gentle neck rolls. Slowly rotate your head in a circle, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. Feel how this immediately releases tension from your shoulders, where so many of us carry stress without even realizing it. Next, try shoulder shrugs. Lift your shoulders toward your ears, hold for 3 seconds, then drop them down with an audible exhale. Do this 3 times. You'll be amazed at how much tension you've been holding in your upper body. Then, if you're comfortable doing so, sit on the edge of your bed with your feet flat on the floor. Gently bend forward, letting your arms hang toward the ground. This simple forward fold helps release your lower back and improves circulation to your brain. Stay here for just 5 to 10 seconds, breathing deeply. Finally, lie back down and gently shake out your legs for about 15 seconds. This releases any restlessness that's built up in your lower body. It sounds so simple, but this gentle shaking off sends signals to your nervous system that it's okay to let go of alertness. A bonus tip that works wonders: if your hands or feet feel cold when you wake up, a common issue as we age due to circulation changes, rub them together for a few seconds to generate warmth. Cold extremities can keep your body in a state of mild stress, making it harder to relax back into sleep. These movements aren't exercise. They're more like a gentle conversation with your body, telling it that it's safe to relax again. Combined with the deep breathing we discussed earlier, this mini routine can help you drift off much more quickly than if you had just lain there frustrated, watching the clock. Point 5. Calming audio solutions. Let's talk about one of the most immediate and effective ways to address those middle-of-the-night wake-ups: sound. When you find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., your brain is often in an alert state, processing thoughts, planning for tomorrow, or cycling through worries. The right sounds can be powerful tools to guide your mind back to relaxation and sleep. But here's where many people make a critical mistake. They reach for their phones and start scrolling through social media or checking emails. The blue light from screens is precisely the wrong signal to send your brain, as it suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Others might turn on the TV, but the changing light levels and engaging content keep your brain far too stimulated. Instead, I want to introduce you to 3 powerful audio options that can transform your sleep experience. First, there's pink noise, the sophisticated cousin of white noise that you might already be familiar with. While white noise contains all frequencies at equal intensity, pink noise emphasizes lower frequencies, creating a deeper, more soothing sound that resembles gentle rainfall or soft rustling leaves. Research from Northwestern University found that pink noise can actually improve deep sleep and memory in older adults. It works by helping synchronize your brain waves to promote more stable sleep patterns. You can find pink noise tracks on most sleep apps or YouTube. Just make sure to keep the volume low, just enough to mask background noises without becoming distracting itself. The second option is guided sleep meditation. These recordings use slow, calming voices to lead you through gentle breathing exercises and visualization techniques specifically designed to ease you back to sleep. Look for shorter ones, about 5 to 10 minutes, labeled sleep meditation or body scan for sleep. The best ones guide you to progressively relax each part of your body while slowing your breathing rhythm naturally. My third recommendation might surprise you: audiobooks with slow, monotone narrators. This is a lesser-known trick that many of my friends swear by. The key is choosing the right kind of book, something you've already read so you're not too invested in the plot, preferably with peaceful content like nature essays or gentle historical accounts. The steady rhythm of a calm voice gives your mind something to focus on besides your own thoughts, without being so interesting that it keeps you awake. What should you avoid? Anything with sudden volume changes, dramatic music, or suspenseful storytelling. Your goal is to lull your brain back towards sleep, not engage it further. Keep your audio device at least an arm's length away from your bed so you're not tempted to check the time or screen. For those who share a bedroom with a partner, consider using a soft headband with built-in speakers or earbuds designed for sleep. They're comfortable enough to wear all night and won't disturb the person sleeping next to you. Your partner will certainly appreciate not being woken up by your sleep solution. We've come full circle in our exploration of those early morning wake-ups between 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. What began as a frustrating disruption to your sleep can now become a meaningful moment of self-care and even wisdom. Let's bring everything together. When you wake up during these early hours, remember that your body isn't working against you. It's communicating with you. By accepting wakefulness instead of fighting it, providing proper hydration, acknowledging your emotions, engaging in gentle movement, and using calming sounds, you've now got a complete toolkit to transform these experiences. What I find most beautiful about this approach is that it honors the wisdom of both ancient traditions and modern science. Traditional Chinese medicine recognized thousands of years ago that these early morning hours held special significance for our physical and emotional well-being. Today's research on stress hormones, brain waves, and sleep cycles confirms what those ancient healers understood intuitively. As we age, our sleep patterns naturally change. Instead of seeing these changes as problems to be fixed, we can view them as invitations to deeper self-knowledge and care. Perhaps these wake-up calls are actually gifts, moments of quiet when the world is still, offering us space for reflection that our busy daytime lives rarely allow. I've heard from so many people who have applied these practices and experienced not just better sleep, but more energy during the day, improved mood, and even creative insights that came during those early morning moments of clarity. One woman in her 70s told me she solved a family conflict during her 3 a.m. awakening, writing down exactly what she needed to say to bring healing to a difficult situation. Remember, the goal isn't necessarily to sleep straight through the night without any wakings. That's actually not how human sleep evolved. Our ancestors likely slept in segments, with periods of wakefulness in between. What matters is how you experience those wake-ups and whether you can return to restful sleep afterward. I encourage you to approach your next early morning waking with curiosity instead of frustration. Ask yourself, what might my body or mind be trying to tell me? What opportunity might be hidden in this quiet moment? Thank you for joining me on this journey to better understanding your sleep. I'd love to hear which of these strategies works best for you. Please share in the comments below. And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe and check out my newsletter for more wisdom on living your best life in these golden years. Until next time, sweet dreams and peaceful wake-ups to you all.